Hey, my name is Denis Belitsky, talking to you from Uruguay. I'm now in Colonia, and this is a little bit unusual video because I'm in the middle of Colonia. And actually I wanted to shoot this video from that light, if you could see it over there, but for some reason it's closed. So I'm in the middle of this plaza, which is kind of beautiful place, and actually wanted to shoot this video for you. So today what I want to talk about is what I really consider a real business is, okay? Because for many people, business is making money. And to me, business is not only making money, but actually about freedom and how scalable your business is. So let me explain. I know a lot of people who offer services and actually have different things going on. And for example, they do a lot of launches in different spaces. And it happens to be that for some reason, they think that they have a real business, but they cannot get out of the computer, or they cannot get out of the working place. They cannot take a couple of days of their time and go to whatever place they want. For example, as me on this beautiful plaza in Uruguay, in Colonia actually. And by the way, this is a very interesting place because it happens to be, it has been founded in 18th century. It was one of the first settlements here in Uruguay. So why am I telling you this story? Because I'm able to go to these places and actually enjoy these places because I've been basing my business on what I really consider a real business is. And to me, a real business is something scalable in the first place, and something that I can get away from, okay? So, and I've learned a concept from Vishen Lakiani, and Vishen said at one of the conferences he gave that he applies the jungle proof to his business. What does it mean? And if you go, let's say that you go to jungle, okay? And you're going to the jungle, you have no cell phone, have no computer, you have no internet connection whatsoever, anything to connect to the rest of the world for 6 months. If you come back to your office, to a working place, wherever the place this is, and you find your business working for you in exactly the same way you left it, it means that you had a business in the first place. Now, the big difference about this concept and what many people think and do is that if you cannot get out from your business, if you don't have people working for you, if you don't have an automated system that actually can work without you, if you cannot hire people to do 99% of the tasks and think about strategies, if you cannot do that, actually you don't have a real business. By the way, this is one of the big differences between what I consider the two main tasks you should be thinking about. And many people, for some reason, again, and this is something I just don't understand about many people, they only think about the urgent matters. Urgent matters are around 99% of the time in our life. So probably you must be thinking about all the things you have to do on the daily basis. But if you really step away and you think about it, the only thing you should be focusing on should be the strategies. Because strategies are long-term, and strategies are those things that allow you to grow. Urgent things allow you to, let's say, eat every single day. And that's very key. That's very important to generate money every day, to generate income, to do whatever you do on the daily basis. But if you don't think on strategies, if you don't apply this thinking outside of the box, okay? Just don't think about the processes you do every single day in your business. But you have to be thinking about what would be the next step, and the next step, and the next step. And once you reach the next step, you have to be hiring people to do that step for you. You have to automate your system. Otherwise, that's not really a system. If you're doing 99% of the things in your business, if you cannot outsource, if you cannot hire people, if you cannot just sit out there on a plaza like me just now in Uruguay, or if you cannot see what would be the next step without taking the time to do that, you don't have a real business. So this is a very valuable lesson that I've learned from Vishen Lakiani. I think that it's a little bit hard at the beginning to step away and to start thinking about what would be the next step, because the urgent matters are actually urgent. You have to be thinking about them all the time. But once you find the time, just shut down whatever you're doing and just take your time and sit somewhere and think about all the things you have to be doing, this is when you start growing. Okay? So these are the things I apply in my life. You get a real business if and only if it is scalable and it is a system. Meaning that you can do it once and then you can rinse and repeat to keep growing. If you don't have that, probably this is not something that it's worth working on, actually. Okay? So just step away for a while, think about all the things you have to do in order to do the next step and the next step and the next step. If you cannot hire people to do the hard work for you, and if you cannot go to a plaza or to another country and just enjoy the birds and these little things that are actually important in our life, if you cannot do that, probably you should be changing the way you're thinking and the way you're working right now. Okay? Now, it's very, very simple to understand, but it's pretty hard to implement at the beginning. And it really cost me, a while to understand this, because I was thinking on the daily basis what I should be doing tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. Okay? But if you find yourself outsourcing, if you find yourself, let me put it this way, just documenting or understanding everything you're doing on the daily basis, and if you step away just for 1 hour and you think about all the things you can outsource, then you can have this done. For example, when I started doing this, I made a list of all the things I do on the daily basis. For example, talking to JVs, or copywriting, or product creation, or all the things I used to have doing, or I used to do by myself. Once I did the list of all the things I did, and the major things were media buying and product creation, I finally understood that I could be focusing on the things that I'm the most productive and getting other people to do this stuff. So for example, you can hire a copywriter to do your copy. You can hire other people, or you can JV with other people and make them do all the hard work and actually create the products. You don't have to be creating your own products. You can hire actually a media buyer who will go out there and do the media buys for you. And yes, it will cost you a little bit of money, but it will free your time. Once you get free time, you can keep thinking about the next steps and actually how to automate the next. Think about this like a stairway. Okay, what's the next thing I should be automating? So once you get automating the 99% of the things, then and only then you can go and try yourself in the jungle for 6 months. And this is a little bit extreme. I'm not going into any trip or whatever for 6 months, but I used to take some days and just do these cool videos because I love doing these videos and it's something I enjoy. But if I really wanted to outsource it, I would be hiring somebody to do that for me. Okay? For example, in our business in the health niche, we have hired people who are experts in health, and what they do is they create videos, and we upload those videos to different social networks. And for example, we upload them to YouTube, and those videos also are part of our content of our products. So we have outsourced that. For example, another thing we have done is, again in the health niche, is we have coaching products. And these coaching programs is basically one-on-one coaching about how to gain muscle, how to lose weight, and all of the things that people want to achieve and have a better body. So what we have done is we pay per hour to the experts, and when we do one-to-one coaching, all those experts have to read all the materials. They have to know everything we're selling. And once we have trained them, of course, we usually hire nutritionists, so people already know about health. Once we've done that, we pay them per hour, and they go with people on one-on-one Skype calls or in group coachings, and they talk to people and they train people and they answer their questions. I think I lost the microphone, but anyways, these are the things that you should be working on. Okay, so very simple. Automate 99% of the things that you are working right now, and focus yourself on generating more income. And once you generate more income, focus again on automate that processes. Okay, once you did that, you're going to be able to pass the jungle proof. name is Dennis Belinsky, and this is Uruguay. The original idea, by the way, for the video was going on the light. Over there. There's a light, but it's closed. So the original idea was to show you the city, but unfortunately, I cannot do that. But anyways, hope you take into consideration everything we've been talking about, and I'll see you again from my office. Bye bye.